Research shows that when participants weigh in regularly and see their progress on transparent leaderboards, engagement rises, and many achieve clinically significant weight loss of 5% or more. In this video, we'll show you how to create and manage a progressive weight loss tournament using ChallengeRunner. Participants log their weekly weigh-ins, and each round, the top performers advance while the lowest scorers are eliminated. The field narrows week by week until a final winner can be crowned. This format keeps engagement high, motivation strong, and participants focused from start to finish. Creating a progressive elimination tournament is much like creating any other challenge, except that it will consist of a series of rounds instead of just a start and end date. First, you decide the activities, which in this case will be weight and images for validation. Next, you need to decide how long your rounds will last and how quickly you want to narrow the field of participants by removing the lowest 5 to 50% each round. Finally, you need to decide if participants will be competing as individuals or teams. To get started, just log in with your ChallengeRunner admin account and click the Create Challenge button. The easiest way to get started is to select the Generate a Weight Loss Tournament option and click Next. Give your new tournament a name, such as Way to Win, and click Next twice. Now set the start and end dates for the first round. When the first round is over, the system will automatically create the second round of the tournament starting the next day and lasting the same duration as the first round. Therefore, if the first round lasts 7 days, round 2 will automatically be set to 7 days. Click Finish when done. At this point, your tournament has been created and you can add or change the activities in it or start adding participants. For this challenge, I will add a small validation activity to verify user weight with a photo that will only be viewable by the admin. Click the Add Activity button in the Activities panel. This will be a manual entry activity, so leave the default option and click Next. Enter a caption like picture of scale weight, select image type, and click Next. We want the participant to submit the photo on the same day they submit their weight, so check the Restrict how far back a participant may enter data option, enter 0 for days late, and click Next twice. The image is for verification only, so we do not want to award any points on the leaderboard when it is submitted. Therefore, select the Activity Points Must Be Modified to Optional Challenge Points option, enter 0 for the multiplier, and click Next twice. Enter the same start and end dates you used for your first tournament round and click Finish. You can now see the second weight verification activity in the Activities panel. Click the Edit Challenge button to make changes to the tournament. If you leave the elimination tournament percent at 50%, the lower 50% will be eliminated from the tournament each round. Select a smaller percent to eliminate fewer participants each round. The Copy Last Entry option is used to copy the last data entry from the previous round as the first entry in the next round. Click Save. Your tournament is now ready and you can start adding participants. To get started, click the Add Participants button in the Participants panel. There are various options for adding participants, but the most common is to generate an invitation link and send it to your potential participants for them to enroll. However, for the purposes of this demo, I will select the Automatically Include Prior Participants option and select some of my test users. Now that the tournament has some participants, I am going to click the Switch to User View button to simulate entering data for them. The tournament will consist of a series of rounds where the lowest scoring participants will be eliminated each round until only 2 remain. At the beginning of the first round, participants or admins enter starting weights, but only zeros will be shown on a leaderboard. For this demonstration, I manually entered slightly differing weights for each of the participants. The challenge is set to use anonymous IDs for participants instead of real names. However, you can use real names if desired. At the end of each round, participants will again enter their weight and include an image while standing on a scale. The system will automatically calculate the difference between the starting weight and ending weight and display it on the leaderboard. Now that the first round has finished, the system will automatically create the second round. Since we selected 50% as the target to eliminate each round and we started with 10 participants, only the top 5 are included in that second round. Notice that the ending weights from round 1 have been copied as the starting weights for round 2. Also notice that as an admin, I will see actual participant names on my dashboard. I then switched to the user view and entered additional data for the remaining participants at the end of the second round. The system continues creating additional rounds until only the final 2 participants remain. Since the system eliminated the bottom 50%, rounded up, again, and we started the round with 5 participants, only the top 2 participants move into the last round. Once again, the last weigh-in from the prior round is carried over as the starting weight in the final round. We finish up by adding the last weigh-in data and photos for both participants. With all entries compiled, we can declare the winner of the tournament. Thank you for viewing this demonstration of the ChallengeRunner Progressive Elimination Tournament process. For more information on running a tournament through ChallengeRunner, please navigate to challengerunner.com/features/tournament or use the QR code.